Okay, what we have here is a Boomblasters siren. It's one of those recordable sirens that you could hook it up in your car and to 12 volts and make it play any sound you want. Well, someone I know wants to hook this up as a backup beeper, so when you shift into reverse it starts playing the sound. But the problem with this, and I'll show you in 1 second, is you have a power and a ground, these two wires right here, and you have this trigger wire. Well, let me show you the problem. Well, the original plan was to splice the red and the yellow together, positive, and when you hook it to 12 volts it'll play the sound, right? Well, wrong. Nothing happens. So you'd have to have the red wire hooked up like so, and then you touch this yellow wire to positive and take it off positive like so. Touch it, let it go, and it starts playing the sound. Well, in a reverse light circuit, that's not very helpful, because now you got to figure out what you're going to do with this yellow wire, because both the yellow wire, the red wire has to see 12 volts, this wire has to see a momentary 12 volts, and then a release, and you take it off 12 volts, and it starts playing the sound. Well, I got a little circuit that I rigged up that will help deal with this little issue. So let me show you that. Okay, so you'd have your red wire twisted up with another set of wires. That blue wire runs to what's called pin 15. This is called a Hella timer relay, and it's made in Germany. I have both dip switches switched to on, and then the dial set just like that. So it will give like a roughly 2 second delay before it cuts the power off. What it's going to do is this yellow wire is going to see 12 volts momentarily, then it's going to get turned off, and it's going to activate the horn. And all you have to do is instead, I know there's a bunch of wires spliced together, bear with me. You hook this to 12 volts and it plays the sound like so. See? So every time you put 12 volts to that, it will activate and play the sound. So this is the pin layout. My camera does not want to focus today. So that's the pin layout. Pin 15 is going to be this blue wire. You're going to run it to a positive. This white wire is going to be pin number 30. See, plugs in right there. 31, you're going to ground this wire right here, 31. I had it hooked up backwards earlier and it wouldn't work. And you're going to have your yellow wire from the siren hooked up to 87A. And then 87 is just going to be nothing. That's pretty much it. That's how you use one of these things. So if you ever want to make one of these into a backup beeper, or you want to make it play something when your car alarm goes off, this is how you do it. The only limitation is it's only going to do it for about 30 seconds. And then to start the cycle over, well, take the power off, put the power back on, and it starts over again. Pretty simple. But that's how I did it. Hi, it's me from the future. If you want to do something like a continuous loop for a backup beeper and you want it to loop as long as you want, this would be your best bet right here. What you would do is you'd hook your 12 volts up to these two wires right here, see? Ground this one, 12 volt positive, and this one, you could hook it up to the ground if you want on the siren or the horn. It doesn't matter. The positive coming out of this thing, you'd wire the yellow wire from the siren to this. It will apply 12 volts to that circuit for however many seconds. I set it for like 2 seconds and shut it off, and it'll start playing the sound. You can make this loop the siren. You could record something really short and it will loop it as long as you want. I think up to like 15 seconds, but it will play for, I guess, as long as you have your vehicle in reverse. So if you have like a forklift or something and you want to do a continuous loop, well, here's your part. It's a lot cheaper than that time delay relay too that I used. So Yeah, the next time I do this on another vehicle, I'm going to use one of these. But, back to the video. So now to play the Obnoxous sound as a demo for you guys.
Move, bitch! Get out the way! Move, bitch! Get out the way!
So that's basically someone's backup beeper that I've custom built for them. I think they're going to really enjoy this. If you're wondering what it's saying saying in Japanese, move bitch, get out the way. And then, of course, you have Ludacris chiming in there to say it in English. There we have it. The next step's going to be installing this onto a vehicle. Here's our victim. Just kidding. So, got our wires and stuff. We got to take either the left or the right tail light. I might do the right one, I don't know. But pick one, roll with it, and have at it.
Camera, because crack the lens. Yeah.
So we got our tail light off here. Braku Wido. I had to take the bulb out because the connector wouldn't come off, but here is the left tail light. And the job is already halfway done on figuring out which one's positive, which one's negative, because this has a backup camera in it. This is your ground, and this one is going to be on when the reverse lights come on. So, shoot, that makes it easy. Alrighty, let's get to work. Yeah, you can breathe. Okay, so here's our positives. Coming off the positive wire, here's our negative. This is a wire that's jumped over to the relay. And the horn. I'll go underneath the vehicle, bring it around town. And there it is, folks. Alright, I'm going to have my lovely assistant shift it into reverse. They don't want to be on camera. Go ahead, assistant. You can do it. Let's see if this works. Oh yeah, I gotta put your foot on the brake.
Move, bitch! Get out the way! Move, bitch! Get out the way!
It works. It works. Oh, okay. So yeah, one of these things, and then I got to go and put a tail light. Oh, there you are. Put the tail light, everything back together, and yeah.
Japanese, you would say "saikumitate."
Okay, so we have our relay zip tied up. I'm gonna take a couple zip ties and button this up. Oh, you can see my hand now. Button this all back up and put the taillight back on. That's as good as it looks, folks. So now, once again, let's get our taillight on. Go.
Move, bitch! Get out the way! Move, bitch! Get out the way!